Good evening, and welcome to the 25th Annual YouthFest. It is my pleasure to be with you here tonight to honor a group of exceptional young people in our community. Tonight, we will all be inspired and filled with pride during the Tempe Changemakers and Courage Awards. The recipients have accomplished so much already, and fortunately for us, have much more to give. While social distancing has affected the way we normally gather to celebrate these remarkable young people, we could not go without recognizing them in a special way. Before we begin the awards, it is my pleasure to recognize attending dignitaries and to acknowledge the many people who made tonight's event possible. This event is presented with the support of generous, community-minded organizations that do such excellent work in the city of Tempe. For the 25th year, the Tempe Diablos have been the primary sponsor of the YouthFest Tempe Changemakers and Courage Awards. We thank the Diablos for their continuous support of the Tempe community and our youth. With that, I would like to invite Tempe Diablos President Michael Passante to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Woods. Good evening. My name is Michael Passante, President of the Tempe Diablos. On behalf of the Tempe Diablos and Tempe Diablos Charities, we're truly honored to have been associated with this event for so many years. Over the past 54 years, the Tempe Diablos mission has been to make a positive impact on our community. Our active members donate their time, talent, and energy to raise funds which are directly applied back into the community where it's needed the most. The Diablos primarily support programs related to youth and education in the city of Tempe. Our grant process supports programs such as Tempe Parks and Rec, Care 7 Crisis Response, Experience Corps, Arc of Tempe, Shop with Your Cop, and Treasures for Teachers. In addition to these important programs, the Diablos also award approximately 120 college scholarships annually. Over our 54-year history, the Tempe Diablos have raised and donated over $17 million to help support the community of Tempe. The YouthFest Courage Awards is one of our favorite events to attend each year. Tonight, we will have the opportunity to recognize individuals with incredible courage and tenacity that have overcome what would seem to be insurmountable obstacles. Their will to overcome major roadblocks and step beyond limitations with the odds against them is incredibly inspiring. We are all extremely honored and humbled by your stories of courage and perseverance. Thanks to each and every one of you for being part of this very special evening.
Thank you again to the Tempe Diablos for their support. I would also like to recognize Southwest Portraits, who provided a much appreciated and social distancing accommodation of portraits of the recipients. To Tempe Trophy for the awards and engraving. Thank you to the Tempe Elementary School District's Tempe Impact Education Foundation, the Kyrene Schools Community Foundation, and the Tempe Union High School Education Foundation, who are all longtime supporters and sponsors of this event as well. Representatives from the school district foundations are here with us, and we would like to thank them for their support. I would also like to recognize another special group. Many of our local educators nominated the young people receiving the awards. They clearly care about their students, and that is always the mark of a truly great educator. We are so grateful for your hard work, especially amid a continuing global pandemic. We thank you for your courage and strength to keep our students on the path of learning. Tonight, we will honor 30 students as Tempe Changemakers. They were selected by their peers and schools for their dedication to making our community a better place. When these students see a problem, they are known as the ones to take action to create positive change. Please join me as we recognize each of them with our city manager, Andrew Ching.
Thank you, Mayor Woods. Tonight we honor 30 students as Tempe Changemakers. They were selected by their peers and schools for their dedication to making our community a better place. When these students see a problem, they are known as the ones to take action to create positive change. First, let's visit Corona del Sol. Ashlyn Aguayo dedicates her time not only to becoming her best self, but also serving others on a daily basis. She serves on the Student Council and has for years. She also currently serves as NHS Vice President. Her NHS advisor notes that Ashlyn is a joy to work with She generates ideas, contributes thoughtfully to decisions made in the best interests of students and the community, and continuously demonstrates integrity in her words and actions. She is a student who steps up and takes initiative to make positive change in the world around her. This builds relationships and community, ultimately bringing people together to serve one another. Words that describe Ashlyn are kind, honest, dedicated, serene, and self-motivated. Catherine Iben is in 12th grade at Corona del Sol. Katie is the definition of leader. She is involved in NHS and Rho Kappa and serves as political debate club president. Katie participated in the We the People program, and her passion for civics in class developed to one she's excited to pursue outside of school by registering people to vote and making real change in her community. She is a proud, talented member of the marching band and is beloved by teachers in the social studies department. Words that describe Catherine are leader, eager to please, motivated, creative, and responsible. Cecilia Johnson is in 12th grade at Corona del Sol. Cecilia Johnson is flute section leader for the Aztec Marching Band, an AMEA all-region piccolo player and band council vice president. She plays in the top concert band, is one of the top improvisers in the jazz band, and assists as a TA in the younger band classes. Cecilia is a wonderful person who takes it upon herself to make the whole band program better by assisting and leading service projects, helping younger students improve their musical skills, and being a positive role model for the entire school. Words that describe Cecilia are hardworking, friendly, service-oriented, determined, and detail-oriented. Layla Reef is in the 11th grade at Corona del Sol. Layla is a key part of the Compadre PAC community and has not only become an empowered leader, but is empowering others. She is incredible in her giving nature. She finds ways to communicate her ideas with the full class and has even helped friends who are struggling with either lesson content or tech issues. She asks excellent questions that push her thinking and the thinking her peers engage in. Words that describe Layla are inclusive, supportive, curious, reflective, and engaging. Shayla Van Emst is in 12th grade at Corona del Sol. Shayla can easily be described as a change maker. As an NHS member, she was the first to reach and exceed her required service hours, continuing to serve the Corona campus and community well beyond any expectations. She participates actively in cheer and serves as a major help to the AZ Tykes preschool program on campus, dedicating summer school and after-school time to these groups. Additionally, she never hesitates to stand up for what is right and models the tenets of National Honor Society for her peers: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. She exemplifies each of these in a variety of ways, and she is a valued member of the NHS organization. Words that describe Shayla are advocate, helper, friendly, motivated, and honest. Thank you to our changemakers from Corona del Sol. Next, we have students from Desert Vista. Isaac Can is in the 12th grade at Desert Vista. Isaac is always seeking ways to improve environments around him in a highly positive and impactful way. He has assisted in the feeding of homeless on numerous occasions this year, collected donations such as children's books and blankets, and contributed to making and sewing masks for Indian reservations. These activities, along with many others, have greatly impacted the Desert Vista community and beyond. Beyond his passion for giving back is in NHS and on student council. He leads with a calm demeanor and a collaborative mindset. Words that describe Isaac are perseverance, impactful, and involved. Isabella Kelly is in 12th grade at Desert Vista. Isabella is an amazing person and the first to ask if you need help. She is always volunteering to work with the younger student groups and to help those students succeed in their performance. She is willing to do whatever it takes to make the organization successful. Words that describe Isabella are leader, visionary, and dedicated. Giles Watson is in the 12th grade at Desert Vista. Giles is always looking for ways to improve the Desert Vista community. He and Keaton Dudley saw a need for protecting people in the community from COVID-19. Seeing their own teachers, friends, and community members afraid to re-enter the community, Giles and Keaton created a GoFundMe account to raise money for a project they call Protecto Band. Protecto Band is a bracelet that was developed and given to the DV community to alert others to be cautious without needing to disclose personal information. Words that describe Giles are passionate, thoughtful, and caring. Katie Holm is in the 12th grade at Desert Vista. Katie has been dedicated to a website project for her Girl Scout Gold Award that includes educational information, resources, and other support for students and parents. Along with the website, she is working on a podcast that aims to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health by addressing different mood disorders. symptoms, support, and coping skills, and interviewing mental health professionals. Katie has worked extremely hard on this project and has ambitious goals of helping others understand mental health. She wants them to feel less afraid to ask for help and empowered to guide others as they seek help. Words that describe Katie are influential, supportive, and committed. Keaton Dudley is in 12th grade at Desert Vista. Keaton is always looking for ways to improve the Desert Vista community. He and Giles Watson saw a need for protecting people in the community from COVID-19. Seeing their own teachers, friends, and community members afraid to re-enter the community, Giles and Keaton created a GoFundMe account to raise money for a project they call ProtectoBand. ProtectoBand is a bracelet that was developed and given to the DV community to alert others to be extra cautious without needing to disclose personal information. Words that describe Keaton are leader, changemaker, driven, supportive, and kind. And now for students from Marcos Deniza. Atziri Escalante is in 12th grade at Marcos Deniza. Atziri is a young lady focused on her goals and is a great example of being a changemaker in her family and community. Atziri is a varsity cheerleader and joined AVID as a sophomore, choosing to sign up for the class to help her stay focused and work on her study skills. She is a bright light on the campus and is a role model for all students. Academics is a huge priority for Atziri, and she has soared as both a Marcos Deniza student and EVIT student, where she is studying dental assisting. She plans on attending ASU in the fall on an Obama scholarship as the first in her family to attend college. Words that describe Atziri are driven, focused, kind, disciplined, and positive. Aviva Sanchez is in the 12th grade at Marcos Deniza. Aviva is a true leader and has a tenacious drive to excel. She is a cornerstone of the student fine arts community at Marcos and has been heavily involved in productions both as a technician designer and as a performer. The school's costume designer has depended on her regularly to help with designing, building, fixing, organizing, managing, and leading crews. She is also an award-winning visual artist, receiving 2nd place in the Tempe Arts Festival, 3rd place in the Congressional District Show, and her custom design was selected for the 2021 Homecoming t-shirts. Another one of her artworks was also chosen to be printed on the school's 2021-2022 school planner. Her vibrant and energetic murals can be found all over campus, and she is truly a leader for the Marcos Deniza Fine Arts Academy. Words that describe Aviva are artistic, bold, leader, mature, and wise. Nate Sanchez is in 12th grade at Marcos Deniza. Nate Sanchez is an incredible young man and leader in the school's athletics program. In addition to being captain of the varsity football team this year, Nate was also winner of the Joe Sella Award. He is very competitive, but remains calm under pressure and never compromises his values because of the pressures of the game. He is respected by his peers and was elected this year's homecoming king. Nate is also a leader inside the classroom and is a vital member of the superintendent's Student Advisory Council. He plans to pursue a career either in physical education or law enforcement. Words that describe Nate are dedicated, kind, responsible, leader, and calm. Princess Whedon is in 12th grade at Marcos Deniza. Princess Whedon is hands down the Teacher's Choice winner for the Tempe Changemaker Award. Princess is dependable, extremely hardworking, and polite, and has increased her leadership skills as a member of Ed Rising FCCLA as part of the Early Childhood CTE program. She also made a decision to join cheer as a senior and has impressed her coach by being a leader and mentor for the younger girls. She is frequently described as an ideal student, hardworking, but always willing to lend a hand to help her peers and teachers. She is positive, kind, and collaborative, and plans to join the Air Force and pursue a career in nursing. Words that describe Princess are kind, positive, hardworking, helpful, and focused. Sydney Storment is in 12th grade at Marcos Deniza. Sydney is a true Renaissance woman involved in many aspects of campus life and the arts community and is a definition of a Tempe changemaker. Sydney is student body president, a member of chamber choir and a cappella, a gifted visual artist, and a Valley Metro Art Award winner. More importantly, Sydney is a good person who cares deeply about her peers and school community, and she volunteers to help in any way she can, including reading the school announcements over the PA each morning. She is the voice of the Marcos Deniza student body, and she uses that platform, along with her artwork and campus murals, to bring people together. Her positivity is contagious, and she is well loved by staff and students alike. Words that describe Sydney are positive, tenacious, artistic, musical, and altruistic. And now on to our students from McClintock High School. Javier Bermudez is in 12th grade at McClintock. Javier is a good basketball player for McClintock, but more than that, he is dedicated to his academic plan. When discussing his future after high school, he notes that playing sports in college would be nice, but the real win is focusing on academics to make sure he can get into a good college. Words that describe Javier are happy-go-lucky, smart, and dedicated. Mark Benkert is in 12th grade at McClintock. Mark is an exceptional young man with a huge heart who is willing to always help those most in need of academic assistance. He often remains after school to help out our younger students. Words to describe Mark are intelligent, caring, kind, diligent, and motivated. Mutiat Adams is in 12th grade at McClintock. Mutiat has a strong sense of commitment and determination. She always has a positive attitude and is motivated to be successful. She is currently studying at EVIT for a career in the medical field and furthers her knowledge by assisting at school and sporting events. She is not afraid to ask for help when necessary and takes the lead in seeking out what is expected of her to continue moving forward with her post-secondary plans. Words to describe Mutiat are mature, determined, and go-getter. Noah Amin Sanchez is in 12th grade at McClintock. Noah is a highly self-motivated young man who commits 100% to everything he does. He has been a true example to his peers of what it means to be a student athlete. He always has a positive attitude and models to his fellow athletes what it means to charge forward with excellence, purpose, and tradition. Other students look to him for guidance and leadership. Words that describe Noah are responsible, mature, and success-oriented. Sophia Pirano is in the 11th grade at McClintock. Sophia is one of a kind. She is always available to help other students, and students gravitate towards her kindness and brilliance. Words that describe Sophia are brilliant, diligent, caring, intelligent, and kind. And now on to Mountain Point. Drew Stanek is in 12th grade at Mountain Point. Drew loves his campus and serves on many school clubs and committees that better the school's campus and environment. Drew has the respect of many students on campus as being a natural leader. Words that describe Drew are positive, hardworking, and motivated. Duncan Sherman is in the 12th grade at Mountain Point. Duncan is hardworking to make Mountain Point the best possible school for this year and years beyond. He is active in student council and also concerned about the safety of students. He has been active working with school administrators, police, and city leaders in making drop-off and pickup safe for all students. Words that describe Duncan are leader, honest, and selfless. Ellen Liu is in 12th grade at Mountain Point. Ellen is a positive leader in all that she does. She has been a member of Pridetronics for all 4 years and has been business president the last 2 years. Ellen leads by example with charisma, empathy, and a nurturing style. She is also an exemplary student in her academics and other clubs and has been involved in on campus. Words that describe Ellen are leader, charismatic, empathetic, intelligent, and driven. Michael Cherry is in 12th grade at Mountain Point. Michael is a natural leader and is selfless. Without asking, Michael helped freshmen in his math lab be successful in their first semester. He assisted them with Algebra 1, and even when he did not know how to do it himself, he demonstrated to the students that it is okay to ask for help. Michael shared his personal high school experience, and many of the students developed a relationship with him, opening up about their stresses or challenges. With the trials and tribulations Michael has faced, we cannot express how proud of the young man he has become. He truly cares about those around him and will put others before himself. Words that describe Michael are leader, selfless, and empathetic. Tatum Kochansky is in the 11th grade at Mountain Point. Tatum is extremely active in various activities and sports on campus, like dance, cross country, and track. Tatum is also an officer of the Sports Medicine Club and works after school in the athletic training room as a student aide. This volunteer work is crucial to the smooth running of athletics, and Tatum always handles herself in a professional manner. Her passion and knowledge of sports medicine really shines through, and she truly helps all students and staff when she is working. Words that describe Tatum are committed, knowledgeable, and enthusiastic. Finally, let's honor the students of Tempe High. Kalia Montanez Woods is in the 12th grade at Tempe High. Kalia is a senior campus leader and multi-sport athlete. She represents the epitome of a Tempe High School student and has been accepted to attend Stanford University. Her acceptance into this university speaks volumes about who she is and where she is headed. Words that describe Kalia are selfless, disciplined, and empowering others. Dante Solorzano is in the 12th grade at Tempe High. Dante is a proven leader, willing to step up and assist whenever possible. Dante has taken independent learning and growth to a whole level as a leader within the school and their community. Dante's potential to use their skill in computer programming to make a difference is truly unstoppable. Words that describe Dante are drive, focused, curious, kind, and leader. Eduardo Rios Aguilera is in the 12th grade at Tempe High School. Eduardo is a positive force in the classroom. He is not afraid to ask questions, and during the pandemic online classes, he stood out as one of the few students willing to keep their cameras on at all times. He is curious about the world and people around him, and is constantly checking in with everyone. Words that describe Eduardo are inquisitive, empathetic, genuine, articulate, and zesty. Ember Davis is in the 11th grade at Tempe High. Ember Davis is an amazing young lady. She is active in sports at Tempe High School and a staple on the Tempe High School girls basketball team. She is a member of the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council, serving as a conscious member of the council, but also as a mentor for the underclassmen that are new to the group. Ember is soft-spoken, but never hesitates to ask questions and impact group conversations. Ember will continue to flourish and impact our community for the greater good. She is one awesome young person. Words that describe Ember are kind, welcoming, responsible, driven, and grounded. Jasmine Villalobos is in 12th grade at Tempe High School. Jasmine is an outstanding student, friend to her peers, and is always willing to help. She leads the weekly peer tutoring group on campus for students at THS and was a member of the regional champion ladies soccer team. She is a full IB diploma student and excels in the art classroom through her creativity and effort. Jasmine is the only child and raised by a single mom. Her empathy for others is impressive, and her impact on the world will be a positive one. Words that describe Jasmine are compassionate, creative, strong, resilient, and go-getter. Let's all congratulate these excellent students once again. They are truly change makers in our community and beyond, and each of them have incredibly bright futures.
11 students received Courage Awards, and their stories will amaze you. They have experienced, and in some cases, are still going through physical or emotional distress that might sideline the strongest of adults. Yet they have persevered and are on the road to very bright futures. After hearing their stories, I'm sure you'll be inspired by their strength, ambition, and dedication to our community. It is my pleasure to honor some exceptional young people in our community with a 2022 YouthFest Courage Award. To the young people who are receiving a 2022 YouthFest Courage Award, I am so proud of you. No obstacles have kept you from your goals, and I suspect that nothing will be able to deter you in the future either. I'm going to remember each of your faces because you are the future of our community, our nation, and our world. Congratulations again on receiving this award. Now, for our first Courage Award winner, here is Tempe Elementary School District Superintendent, Dr. James Driscoll.
It is my honor to introduce Ray Quezada. Ray is a confident and successful 6th grade student at Connolly Middle School. He is active in various sports, plays the saxophone, and enjoys playing video games with his friends. Although he started off the year shy and mostly keeping to himself, Ray has really blossomed. He now greets everyone he meets with a smile and a good morning or a hello. Staff and teachers agree that Ray has an incredible presence at Connolly Middle School. What you wouldn't know about Ray is that he has been working through unimaginable tragedy. Earlier this year, Ray's life changed with the death of his young niece in a car accident. Despite having to cope with this heartbreaking life event, this amazing young man has responded in a truly courageous way by becoming a constant source of support for his family. As the youngest of 3 siblings, it may not have occurred to you that Ray would be the one to help carry his family through the process of grief from this tragedy. But Ray has taken it upon himself to be a rock for his mom and his siblings. His mother Erica said of her son, Ray has provided the strength needed for all of us. He constantly lets us know that it is going to be okay, and he is very determined that we all stay happy. Ray is truly a shining example of being mature beyond his years. Ray's advice for others going through hardship is just to try. Ray believes that trying to be a good student at school and trying to be a source of support for his family members has helped motivate him each day. One of the people he enjoys helping the most is his sister Desiree, as she is healing both physically and emotionally from the car accident. To explain his reason for helping, Ray humbly says, "I'm just trying to be a good little brother." Ray's passion for helping others doesn't stop at his family. You can also find Ray helping those around him at school. Principal Denise Dunwitty said of Ray, he goes way out of his way to support his friends and to be there to help his teachers in class. We're so proud of his success here at Connolly and love his passion for learning. When he is not focused on helping others, Ray also makes sure that he takes care of himself. If stressed or upset, Ray enjoys listening to music or going out with friends, which has helped him cheer up on many occasions. He also enjoys playing the saxophone, which he started playing because it was an instrument his older brother played while he was in school. Ray's band teacher, Phil Lamar, said he is actively involved in learning to play the saxophone so he can be just like his big brother. Every teacher would love to have a room full of Ray Quezadas. Ray would like to thank his mom for her commitment to taking care of his family every day. He would like to thank his mom's friend, Sharif, for nominating him for this award. And finally, he would like to thank his good friend, Moses, for being his friend and always having his back. Ray Quezada, on behalf of the City of Tempe and in honor of your kindness, strength, and perseverance, I'm proud to present you with this 2022 YouthFest Courage Award.
Thank you so much, Dr. Driscoll. For our next Courage Award recipient, here is Tempe City Council member Joel Navarro.
It is my honor to introduce our next Courage Award recipient, Siana Loa, is a senior at Marcos Niza High School. The high school years come with challenges for all young people, especially in the pandemic. Siana has navigated these shared struggles all while going through life-changing experiences. Growing up, Siana did not have a stable place to live, moving from place to place often. During her freshman year at Marcos Niza, her mother lost her home. As a result of changing in life situations, she chose to drop out of high school at the end of her freshman year. Over that summer, Siana made the decision to return to school and start her sophomore year back at Marcos. Shortly after school started, Siana found out she was pregnant. This shocked her as she was just 16. That March, Siana gave birth to her son, CJ. Just as she was settling in with him, she was forced to move again. Siana's uncles warmly opened their home up, and she and her son moved in with him. Siana was happily and comfortably in her new home, bonding with her baby. Sadly, the joy was only temporary. Her aunt contracted COVID and passed away in her home in April. While grieving the loss, Siana had to move again. Thankfully, she was able to stay with her uncle and credits him for keeping her and CJ safe and secure while moving homes and raising her son. Siana was persistent in completing her education, taking online classes her junior year, which proved very challenging for her. She returned to in-person classes for her senior year and added extra classes so she could graduate on time. Siana attends the Teenage Pregnancy and Parenting class offered at Marcos and is part of the Teenage Pregnancy Program, also known as TAP. Through the TAP program, Siana received child care and early Head Start housing at Compadre Academy. She drops CJ off before school and then gets to Marcos for her own class. Siana has remarkable attendance, only missing when CJ was or has been sick. She is a very active leader within TAP program, known for her kindness and helpful spirit. She is a teacher assistant for TAP class, volunteers in the adolescent, pregnancy, and parenting Little Essential stores, is VP of TAP Club, and is always the first person to welcome and help any new TAP student. Siana is excelling in her class and is on track to graduate in May. She plans to attend Mesa Community College or Gateway Community College to study zoology or biology so she can explore a career working at a zoo caring for animals. With all the challenges Siana has faced, many adults would not have persevered. Her determination is inspiring. She's learned it's important to share her feelings with people she trusts. She has a good support system that includes her TAP teachers and other TAP moms. Her best friend and her uncle, she says she is most proud of being able to let things go that aren't important to her. She is committed to being a good mother for CJ, who just turned 2. Her nominator, Ken Whitmire, says the TAP team has seen her grow and gone from quiet young mom to courageous, independent, strong mother. Siana continues to show her loving spirit. She is courteous and hard worker, and above all, a good mother. Siana thanks her uncle for helping her and CJ and taking them in to his home. She thanks her best friends for being there, even buying a car seat so she can bring CJ along for rides to the park and trips to the store. She is also incredibly grateful for the TAP program and staff for supporting her and CJ through these years. She is grateful that Tempe Union High School District has kept the TAP program, knowing it has helped her reach her goals for graduation and raising CJ. Siana, on behalf of the City of Tempe, I am proud to present you with the 2022 YouthFest Courage Award.
Thank you, Councilmember Navarro. Our next presenter is Tempe City Councilmember Lauren Kuby.
I'm excited to introduce to you Tamasha Laster, a young woman who has shown great leadership potential at an early age. Tamasha is a thoughtful, caring sister, daughter, student, and now a winner of this year's Courage Awards. A senior at Marcos de Niza, Tamasha shows us how self-improvement is always possible and how changes within yourself can inspire others to do the same. Felissa Dixon, Tamasha's avid and math teacher, knew early on that Tamasha was special and exhibited the qualities of a natural leader. However, when they first met, Tamasha had yet to find her voice and was prone to making distracting comments that masked her true feelings. She didn't like when people acknowledged her for completing her schoolwork, nor did she want others to think that she cared about her work. But in the last few years, whenever Tamasha was placed in a new environment and challenged in a particular way, she did not stand idly by, waiting for others. Instead, she stood firmly, and she now leads others to complete their tasks. She puts in the work to grow and has continued to go above and beyond. Tamasha's story has had many twists and turns, each affecting her deeply. Her mother and father did not have a long relationship and became parents while in high school. At first, Tamasha lived with her mother and was later joined by a younger sister. Their home environment was unsafe and abusive, which left its imprint on them both. They were eventually removed from their mother's care and household and placed under their grandma's care, and later her father. Tamasha grew protective of her younger sister and keeps a watchful eye on her to this very day. Tamasha's mother has opted not to mend their relationship. In another twist, Tamasha's father was able to purchase a home, which brought the family more stability. The move provided a safer environment, but Tamasha still faces challenges, and her father's choices don't always meet her needs. For example, his actions can cause her to be late to school, but Tamasha has refused to let this impediment hinder her participation. She's become more open in how she acts and the tasks that she's willing to do. She's now vocal in expressing herself and explaining her ideas. She takes charge helping new students, and her charisma and leadership have led her team members to pick her as the team captain. Tamasha says sports have always come naturally to her, which led her to join both field, track, and basketball. Her athleticism and leadership on the court and on the track are easy to see. Her teammates are drawn to her energy, and she leads by example. She shows them why reflecting on choices is essential. She also sees her own flaws and recognizes when she needs to change and grow, a rare quality. She understands the amazing things she should embrace about herself. Tamasha is now on track to graduate high school and hopes to be an occupational therapist. With her work ethic and can-do attitude, I know that she will be a shining light. Tamasha, congratulations on receiving this award.
Thank you, Councilmember Kuby. Our next presenter is Tempe City Councilmember Jennifer Adams.
It is my honor to introduce Jaheim Moore as our next Courage Award recipient. There are people who demonstrate such a strong positive energy that you can just feel it. One of those people is Jaheim, or as his family and friends call him, Ja. Perhaps it's a tiger eyes bracelet he wears to ward off negative energy, or the fact that he finds healing with crystals, or his love for writing and poetry, or the yoga he practices on a weekly basis. Whatever it may be, his positive energy is unmistakable and especially inspiring given the challenges Ja has faced throughout his life. Before the age of 2, Ja's living situation was very unstable. He experienced hunger and homelessness. An aunt adopted him, which provided stability, but also new challenges to overcome. It was difficult to be in a new environment and adjust to his new world. It was difficult to be surrounded by new people and build trust. Little by little, though, Ja adjusted to his new home, and by the age of 4, he was beginning to show stronger relationship with his mother. That strength continues to guide Jahim. He travels a significant distance by bus to McClintock High School from his home in Laveen. Even though he passes 4 other schools on the way that he could attend, Jahim has found a home at McClintock and takes pride in what he has accomplished here. Ja has also forged a strong relationship since his freshman year with a fellow classmate who had similar circumstances. He considers his friend Prince to be like a brother and another source of support. Ja's teachers describe him as creative, hardworking, and polite. His math teacher describes him as a student who continuously improves and is willing to take on challenges in the classroom. His PE teacher explains that Ja has become a leader among his peers and walks the talk. Ja holds a part-time job at Sprouts and is passionate about sports. Those activities motivate him, as does the encouragement and support of his family. His mother has been his greatest source of support and inspiration, and he strives to make his family proud. As a first-generation college-bound student, Ja recognizes the importance of pursuing a university education. He hopes to attend UC San Diego with a sports scholarship and study psychology. His dream is to become a family psychologist to help heal children in need. Despite his many accomplishments, Ja remains humble. He lives by the quote, "Starve the ego, feed the soul." He also offers hard-won advice to his peers, saying, "Take your time, be prepared for failure, but don't give up and always dig deeper." On behalf of the City of Tempe, it is my honor to recognize Jahim Moore with a 2022 Courage Award.
Thank you, Councilmember Adams. Our next presenter is Tempe City Council member Robin Ardondo Savage.
This year, I have the privilege to introduce one of our newest Courage Award recipients, a wonderful young man from Desert Vista High School named Marcos Figueroa. A high school senior, Marcos shows us all why never giving up and working hard for your goals is not just a dream, but it is a reality we can all achieve. Marcos was nominated for his award by his counselor, Ricky Cassett. She describes Marcos as a driven, brilliant individual who goes above and beyond in his work and education. He is eager to volunteer in our community and shows a steadfast commitment to his peers through Link Crew and other school activities. Despite all the obstacles he has faced in his life, whether COVID restrictions or personal issues surrounding his health, Marcos moves forward with a smile and a resolution to succeed. Marcos's journey at Desert Vista began in 2018. As a freshman, his English skills were nearly non-existent. Having just moved to America, the challenges of learning a new language and keeping up with schoolwork would seem overwhelming to most. Marcos was placed in English language learning classes, ELL, and instead of building up his English skills at a modest pace, as others might do, he pushed himself to not only learn but excel in the following years. Marcos would always excel in his classes, and by his senior year, he was so confident in his abilities that he opted out of additional ELL classes. At the same time, he opted in for honors courses in marketing and economics. Throughout all of high school, Marcos made sure that regardless of his skills on the subject, he would always aim for the best grades possible. This persistence made it possible for him to achieve and maintain a 3.7 GPA, even returning to his freshman year courses over summer school to better his overall GPA. His work ethic was stellar, and he remained attentive to his coursework despite the challenges of learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic. These academic accomplishments are remarkable and even more special considering some of the challenges Marcos faces. Unlike others, Marcos has not always had the best health. Though his positive attitude has certainly helped him, Marcos has spent many days throughout high school in a hospital fighting pancreatitis, a disease that he was diagnosed with before arriving in the U.S. With the assistance of doctors and his own fortitude, Marcos continues to wage his health battle and does not let the disease define him or what he can do. It also does not change his joyful outlook on life. It is this joyfulness that many of his fellow students have seen through the years. Whether as a member of Link Crew, showing a new student around campus, or volunteering for a local organization, Marcos brings his positive attitude everywhere and truly believes that anything is possible. He encourages everyone to find that self-reliance within themselves. His self-reliance is also the reason why Marcos has come to love our country. He is grateful for all the opportunities it has given him. He knows that the freedom found in this country allows individuals to dream and achieve. For this reason, Marcos has committed to joining the United States Army. He believes that by serving our country, he is not only helping defend the freedoms we all enjoy, but also serving himself. At the moment, Marcos is in the process of signing all the necessary paperwork and is excited about the next steps of his life. Marcos, from one Army veteran to a soon-to-be soldier, thank you for your service. Marcos, on behalf of all of us in Tempe, thank you for all that you have accomplished and for your commitment to our country. We look forward to all that you will do in the coming years. Congratulations on this award and for showing us all what courage truly means.
Thank you, Councilmember Ardondo Savage. Our next presenter is Tempe Diablo's president, Michael Pesante.
I'm honored to be able to introduce to you the next Courage Award recipient, Tyler Carter. Tyler is a sophomore at Marcos de Niza High School. He was nominated for this award by his teacher, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez describes Tyler as a model of good behavior and academic performance. Tyler's perseverance and resilience while dealing with personal trauma demonstrate the strength of character and work ethic he possesses. In 2019, around Thanksgiving time, Tyler's life drastically changed when his father went missing for several days. Tyler walked into his family's garage to find that his father had taken his own life. Tyler was uprooted and moved in with his paternal grandmother, with whom he had a very limited relationship. He struggled to deal with the passing of his father and the move. Tyler became introverted and began to struggle in school. His mother suffered a relapse and has not been in Tyler's life since his father's death. A few short months later, Tyler's older brother, who was also struggling with the loss of their father and their mother's disappearance, took his own life in the same fashion as his father. Tyler's life was once again rocked. Tyler began to withdraw from the world. He gave up on school and his grades plummeted. He struggled with his own emotional state and faced dark days. He credits his younger brother and grandmother, Chris, with saving his life. They make me want to be better, to better myself. Tyler said the biggest reason he is still here is because of his younger brother. While dealing with the string of tragedies, Tyler began therapy and counseling. Tyler credits his short stay at a behavioral health facility with helping him get his life back on track. He moved into a group home that offered support and peers dealing with similar struggles. Tyler began to open up and talk about the traumas he had previously shouldered alone. Speaking with others helped him begin addressing his emotions, and each day became less of a struggle. He began to establish new relationships with his classmates and eventually developed new friendships that have persisted. Although he still struggles every day with the trauma he has experienced, he continues to be respectful and puts forth the effort to address that trauma and be successful in school. Tyler's sweet nature and positive attitude are contagious to all those around him. He helps his peers at school with new concepts. He does so in a manner that is supportive and empowering. Tyler's leadership and strength are on display daily in the classroom, where he creates an aura of confidence and support for himself and his peers. Tyler dreams of becoming an automotive mechanic and is hoping to attend college or technical school once he graduates. He enjoys learning about world history, and in his spare time he enjoys music. He plays the baritone tuba. He has taught himself how to play the guitar and is teaching himself the ukulele and piano. Tyler offers words of encouragement for others dealing with their own trauma and struggles, saying, "It almost always gets better. Ask for help. And remember, you don't have to keep it all to yourself." Tyler's positive attitude, the strength of his character, and his giving nature make him an inspiration to everyone around him. It truly is our honor to award Tyler with a 2022 Courage Award.
Thank you, Michael. Our next presenter is Kyrene School District Superintendent Laura Tenez.
It is my pleasure to introduce Lyanna Campos. Lyanna is a 7th grader at Kyrene Middle School who has the courage to thrive despite life's challenges. Throughout her young life, Lyanna's home life has been unstable. A close family member has struggled with ongoing addiction issues. This has often left Lyanna and her brother without food, clean clothing, medical care, and the other necessary support and guidance children must have. These challenges left her without the tools she needed to be successful in school. All her struggles came to a head last spring when she and her family were evicted from their home. Their only option was to live in the backyard of a family member's home. Although school staff made well checks, dropped off food, clothing, ice chests, and other items to support her basic needs, the living arrangements took a toll on her mental health and well-being. As the new school year approached, Lyanna's sister, Miss Martinez, was able to obtain temporary guardianship of Lyanna and her brother. This year, with the support and structure her sister provides, Lyanna has made a complete turnaround. She is very motivated and gets up for school every day on her own and now has excellent attendance and grades. Lyanna is determined to do well in her classes. She works hard, asks for help when needed, and is proud of her grades. She is also very active in her school's Native American affinity group. She has been working on a service project collecting donations to make care packages for children who are in foster care transition in the Paskayaki tribe and Navajo Nation communities. Lyanna is very proud of her Paskayaki heritage and culture. Despite the challenges she has faced, Lyanna is loyal, honest, and strives to do her best for her family, her friends, and in school. She enjoys playing video games with her little nephew and painting and jewelry making in her Native American affinity group. Lyanna plans on attending college after she graduates from high school and wants to become a doctor or nurse to help people. Her sister inspires her to keep working hard at everything she sets out to do. I know Lyanna can and will do anything she puts her mind to. Lyanna, I am so pleased to present you with the Courage Award for overcoming adversity while being an inspiring leader and positive role model for all.
Thank you, Superintendent Tenyes. Our next presenter is Tempe City Council member Doreen Garland.
Before I introduce our next recipient, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the stories we might tell ourselves about teenagers. Do we think they are TikTok obsessed, lazy, indifferent, materialistic? With your thoughts in mind, I'd like to tell you about our next recipient, Rose Jacket. A member of the Navajo Nation, Rose was raised by her maternal grandparents in New Mexico. Due to factors beyond her control, with her biological parents, it was not possible for her to live with them, and Rose's grandparents stepped in to raise her and her brother. Rose recounts so many good memories with her grandparents, including cooking with them, helping them run their business, sitting on her grandfather's lap in his truck, and eventually learning how to drive. The sincere care for her grandparents was something others her age had a hard time comprehending. As a younger teen, Rose remembers something as simple as being invited to go to the movies with a friend. "Okay, I'll go," she said. And she remembers telling them, "But I'll be thinking about my grandparents the whole time." Sometimes her peers would remark on how much time she spent with her grandparents. To which Rose would respond, "If there's anything I can give back, it is to be helping them." The wisdom her elders have imparted and the way they raise their grandchildren have made a tremendous impact on Rose. "My grandparents tried to give us everything. They really raised us well," she says. When Rose's grandparents passed, life became more stressful as Rose faced unstable housing and moving to a new city in a new state. When Rose transferred to Tempe High during her junior year, she personally called the school and spoke to the enrollment team and counselors, asking questions and sharing her goals. It was not surprising. Navigating her life on her own as her own advocate is something Rose does daily, and with the confidence and grace of an individual beyond her years. Her counsel, Ms. Marquez, says, "Rose does not skip a beat." What would likely intimidate others, Rose meets head-on and without hesitation. She participates in Tempe High's golf team, the Gay Straight Alliance, Key Club, and the District Art Show, all while completing dual enrollment courses and working to support herself. Rosa's activities and actions are further testament to her determination and self-sufficiency. Rosa's hard work is not unrecognized. Rosa's been admitted to ASU on a Dean's Scholarship, as well as the Barack Obama Scholars Program, and looks forward to studying linguistics later this year. Rose likens each achievement to that of lighter fluid igniting her path forward. Through all of this, she maintains a modest attitude. She reminds us, I receive a lot of great things in my life, not just awards. Being the first to attend college in her family motivates her beyond words. Rose looks forward to not only being a teacher, but a mentor to children who will learn the English language one day. Rose says, I know it sounds cheesy, but I really want kids to know to never give up. Giving hope to younger generations and nurturing their curiosity is something Rose looks forward to with sincerity. In the words of one of her teachers, Ms. Debbie, think of a goal, think of a ridiculous goal. Some of Rose's life goals include travel to Korea, France, New Zealand, and beyond. Some of Rose's life goals include travel to Korea, France, New Zealand, and beyond. Rose shares, instead of sitting there and thinking about it, I'm going to do it. The world is so big and so mysterious, and I am so interested in seeing it, immersing myself into another culture, learning about it, and teaching and helping children who want to learn and achieve their goals. The passion in her voice is undeniable. When you hear her speak of her future endeavors, you know that she will achieve them. Rose honors her grandparents' memory daily and believes life is falling into place. She also pushes back against those teen stereotypes. Whatever you label me or slap on me, just know that I am fighting against it. Rose sends special thanks to her brother and hopes to make him proud. He is my everything. It is us against the world, she says. When asked if Rose would like to dedicate her award to anyone who has helped her along the way, without hesitation, she answers, Tempe High. Rose dedicates this Courage Award to teachers, faculty, counselors, and friends who have shared this part of her path. They're my favorite family, she says. Something I've learned is that family is not blood. Rose Jacket, in recognition of your outstanding courage and determination, please accept this 2022 Courage Award.
Thank you, Councilmember Garland. Our next presenter is Tempe Vice Mayor Randy Keating.
I am honored to be presenting Sadie Goodman with the Courage Award and so pleased to be sharing her inspiring story. In thinking about her story, I'm reminded of a quote about the importance of authenticity and how that is a guiding light in Sadie's life. The quote from Brené Brown goes in part, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go who we think we are supposed to be and embracing who we are. Choosing authenticity means cultivating the courage to be imperfect, to set boundaries, and to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. This captures who Sadie is to her very core. Sadie is a senior at Mountain Point High School. She is an only child and has two loving parents who push her to be her very best in the most nurturing way. Sadie loves a good dad joke. She's a president of the Mental Health Club and the Community Services Club. She mountain bikes, plays piano, loves painting. Sadie, like so many seniors, is getting ready for college and plans to attend the University of Arizona, where she will get her degree in industrial and organizational psychology. Sadie also suffers from anxiety, depression, and an eating disorder. Those parts of her life don't define her, but they do create a space for her to be vulnerable, vocal, and strong. They provide an opportunity for her to be raw with her peers and to help them through similar situations. But most importantly, they help her grow and see the strength that lives inside her. Like so many before her, Sadie wasn't always as strong as she is right now. There were days when she didn't want to get out of bed, where all she wanted to do was stay hidden under the covers and not face the world. A place where she wished taking a mental health day from school. Sadie then met her teachers, who gave her the space to voice all those dark feelings she was having without telling her how she should be feeling. They recognized that she was struggling, and they never questioned her, just supported her. Miss Boatwright, Miss Morrissey, Miss Warnock, and Miss Watts made Sadie feel hopeful. She says that to this day she tends to be speechless when asked about them because of the gratitude she feels towards them is so overwhelming. She felt seen and heard no matter what. They have forever left an imprint on her life that she gets to take with her wherever she goes. With support from her amazing parents and teachers, Sadie now advocates for herself. Sadie even took the steps to get herself a 504 plan, which is a blueprint for how the school will support a student with a disability and removing barriers to learning. The goal is to give the student equal access at school, so she advocated for the 504 plan because of her social, emotional, and academic circumstances. Oftentimes, Sadie feels as though the light at the end of the tunnel is dimming, but she finds those around her to make things bright again. Drawing on her own experiences, Sadie works to help others. She has been very active with Parents for Suicide Prevention to help parents understand what it means to be a kid in the 21st century. She gave up her summer to assist the school district with its model for helping students who are suffering from dangerous and harmful thoughts. She encourages others to be vulnerable and to ask for help. In 2021, the Senate passed Bill 1097, making mental health days an excused absence from school districts. Before graduation, Sadie might just take one. Sadie is changing the narrative at Mountain Point, and she will make waves wherever she goes. She is an amazing young woman, and it is my great honor to tell you all about her. Sadie, I am pleased to give you the Courage Award for overcoming adversity while being an inspiring leader and a positive role model.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Keating. Our next presenter is Tempe Union High School District Superintendent, Dr. Kevin Mendeville.
It is my honor to introduce Courage Award recipient Kim Nunez Figueroa, who uses positive energy and welcoming personality to embody courage daily. Kim immigrated with her family from Mexico when she was just 4 years old and is a senior at Marcos de Niza High School. For years, her family battled homelessness and she lived in hotels, garages, or wherever they could find shelter. Kim also dealt with instability when it came to her education and social life, as she moved between different schools and endured bullying and harassment. Her home life was consistently stressful because her father was in and out of the hospital throughout her childhood, and he is now an amputee. As a result of her hardships, Kim battled anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, depression, and even attempted suicide. However, if you spend even 1 minute talking to her, observing how bright her light shines, you would have no idea of the magnitude of struggles she has endured. Kim's contagious positivity impacts everything she does. She's extremely passionate about art and is a TA for Mr. Evoy's ceramics class this year. Marcos de Niza art teacher Reagan Guzman shared that Kim's presence in her classroom has created a safe space for her classmates as she demonstrates fearlessness through art. She has been courageous enough to express the meaning behind her artwork, which are often sad or dark, and her vulnerability has allowed others to open up. This has created a community in the classroom. In the same way that Ms. Guzman makes her feel safe, Kim wants her classmates to feel safe. She's extremely grateful to have this support throughout her personal and art journeys. Her talent speaks for itself, and she has been deservedly recognized for her art throughout her tenure as a Padre. Kim has won a Best of Show award from Marcos de Niza Springs Art Show, 3 awards for the Sister City Art Contest, a $500 prize, and 2nd place in the Valley Metro Bus Design Contest. She also completed a mural in the front of the office at Marcos de Niza, and most recently, her work was one of 2 pieces from Marcos chosen to be on display in the Schemmer Art Center. After graduation, Kim will be attending Mesa Community College with the intention to transfer to Arizona State University to continue her education as an art major. She hopes to obtain an internship as a tattoo artist, not only to improve her skills, but also help others express themselves via art. She also dreams to have her art in museums, and I have no doubt that we will be able to see this dream come true. Just like her art, Kim's radiant personality also speaks for itself. She loves baking, playing chess, puzzles, watching documentaries, taekwondo, and weightlifting. Weightlifting has given her a space to increase her physical strength and help her feel empowered from the inside out. All of these passions contribute to her light that shines so bright. Kim is proud of her ability to reflect on her past and also look to the future. Her biggest motivator is knowing that her purpose on this earth is not served yet. She's willing to put even more effort into bettering herself one day at a time. Kim wants to thank her mom, dad, and older sister for their constant support. Her older sister is her role model, and she has appreciated their love for one another as they have grown up together. She's appreciative of her family's love and support for her art aspirations. When asked what her favorite quote was, Kim shared one from her dad that has always stuck with her. Whatever you do, regardless of what you do, be the best person you can be. Kim leads by example, providing comfort and positivity when her friends turn to her with their struggles. Her courage to be vulnerable and turn her struggles into compassion for others has made her a deserving recipient of this award. It is truly an honor to present this award on behalf of the City of Tempe to Kim Nunez Figueroa. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mendeville. And I will be presenting our final Courage Award winner. I'm privileged to be able to introduce you to our next Courage Award recipient, Eli Isom. Eli is a 7th grader at Kyrene Middle School. She was nominated for this award by her school counselor, Mrs. Nicole Conrad. Eli has been described as brave, fearless, and courageous by her counselor, Mrs. Conrad. At the age of 6, Eli experienced a serious medical condition that threatened her life. When she recovered, she decided to help other children in the hospital who were going through difficult situations as well. Eli started volunteering at the hospital twice a month, and during this time, she read books to patients, donated toys, and at some points, donated her hair. Eli's volunteering doesn't stop there. She also volunteers her time every holiday to feed those who are homeless. In addition to her difficult health challenges, Eli has faced some stressful social situations that have at times caused her social anxiety. Eli continuously works toward building her problem-solving and coping skills while also building herself. Eli has always strived to do her best to shine despite the bumps of life. Eli is resourceful and resilient when trying to solve problems that arise for herself and others she is trying to help. No matter what Eli is going through, she is always willing to help others and always tries to see the positive. Mrs. Conrad shared that Eli inspires others with her integrity and immense courage. She has a deep empathy for others and uses all of herself to make a difference. Eli works hard at school and continues to be a motivating sibling to her brother and sister at home. Eli encourages her brother and sister to be the best humans that they can be and to remain humble and hungry to reach their goals. Eli's favorite quote reads, "Do your best and God will do the rest." It's memorable for the message, but also because her mom often recites it. Eli's mom is the person who inspires her the most. Her mom provides constant support and encourages Eli to do what she enjoys most. Eli takes pride in being a person her friends can go to and always tries to lead by doing the right thing no matter how difficult. When Eli is not volunteering her time, helping friends, or working on school projects, Eli likes to listen to music, create different types of artwork, and play video games. Eli would like to thank her counselor, Mrs. Conrad, and her mother for supporting her and believing in her. Congratulations to all of the Courage Award recipients, the Tempe Changemaker honorees, and their friends and families. And thanks to all of you for celebrating with us tonight. We'll see you next year for the annual YouthFest Changemakers and Courage Awards.